Hi, I'm Blake, and welcome to Gathering Self-Sufficiency. Today, we're going to be making a ginger bug. We're going to use fresh ginger, water, and white sugar. The first thing we have is 2 tablespoons of hot water in this jar. And then we have 1 tablespoon of white sugar. We're going to pour the tablespoon of white sugar in here. And we have hot water because it's going to allow this to dissolve. So I'm just going to sit here and swirl this while I talk to you guys about what a ginger bug is for. A ginger bug is to make fermented beverages, probiotic beverages. You could call them sodas if you want, but it's a healthier way to do it with less sugar. I myself love ginger ale. It's one of my favorite things, but it's not exactly good for you with all the added sugar. And you can make all kinds of different drinks with this. Think of this like sourdough. This is basically a starter culture that you're making, and you're going to feed this thing once you get it started. So we have our sugar dissolved in there, nice and clear. And then we're going to take our ginger root, and what we're going to do is we're just going to scrape off this outside layer. What we're looking to get is 2 tablespoons of this after we get it peeled. So we're just going to break off a chunk of this, and we'll set that other one to the side. And we are going to scrape this, and it comes off pretty easy. Try not to go too deep. Try to leave as much of the root there as you can. You just want to get rid of the peel. And this peel won't go to waste. We will give it to our chickens. I'm sure they'll love it. That's the best thing about chickens. If you don't have a compost, or even if you do, you can feed different things to your chickens and they'll eat it up. They'll get rid of it for you. So that ginger smells good. If you've never smelt fresh ginger, it has a citrusy, kind of lemony, almost really zesty smell to it. And we'll set the peels to the side. This is what it's going to look like after we get it all peeled. And now we're just going to chop this up. There's 1 tablespoon. And we'll put this other to the side for now. Make sure you don't throw away what you didn't use right now, because you are going to use that later. I know how to use a knife, but I don't know how to look pretty doing it. That's a little over 2 tablespoons, but that's all right. And we're just going to dump this in there. Okay, that's what it's going to look like, and we're just going to kind of give that a little swirl. We've got a fermentation lid here. We're going to take the fermentation lid, put it on the jar. Now, we're going to come back tomorrow and do the same thing all over again. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of water, 2 more tablespoons of grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of white sugar. And we're going to do this for the next 5 days. This is going to ferment. You're going to notice fermentation by the bubbles that are in here. You'll be able to open it up when you go to open it up, probably on your 5th day, and you go to smell it. It's going to have a very distinct smell to it. It's going to smell yeasty, slightly maybe alcoholic, like a beer. that's what it's going to smell like to you. You'll see bubbles in here, but just stay tuned. Okay, we're just going to put this on our counter and we'll look at it again tomorrow. After you've added your ginger for the day, just go ahead and put it in a container and put a lid on it. It's not going to hurt really if you keep it on the counter, because in the store, ginger is not stored in a refrigerated section. So you can just put it over here right by your ginger bug. It's day 2 with our ginger bug, and we're just going to open this up. We've got our 2 tablespoons of warm water. We're going to put our tablespoon of white sugar in here. Give it a swirl. We'll dump this in here. And then again with 2 tablespoons of chopped or grated ginger. Put the lid back on it. Give it a good swirl. And when we swirl this, we're aerating it too. So that will help those natural yeasts to do what they're supposed to do. What you're going to want to do though, if you do get some stuck to the side, try to get it back into the solution. You don't want it stuck up here on the side, because if it's not in that solution, what it can do is actually mold, and you don't want that. So day 2 is done. We'll put this back over where we had it. Now been 7 days and our ginger bug is ready to go. Sometimes it just depends on the temperature on how quickly your ginger bug is actually going to be ready. So ours took 7 days. If yours takes 5, great. If it takes a little bit longer, that's okay too. And now we can actually use it. I'll show you what the ginger bug looks like. Come take a look. Bubbles in there. That's how you know it's done. Definitely got a fermented smell to it. It's different. If you take your fresh ginger and you smell this and you smell them side by side, you can definitely tell that's fermented. Now that your ginger bug is done, you can use this to infuse all kinds of different juices, whatever you want, whether it's store-bought or you can make your own. You can make ginger beer or ginger ale out of this. We're going to continue to feed it, and we'll also be making some different sodas with it. We appreciate you watching our channel. If you like learning new things, or you just want to find a different hobby, maybe you just want some DIY projects that you can do at home, then we'd appreciate it if you check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching Gathering Self-Sufficiency. We'll see you on the next one.